Senator Lambie has the call.
Thank you. I rise to speak in support of a commission of inquiry into the antisemitism at Australian universities. In May, university chancellors rejected calls by Jewish Australians to shut down copycat anti-Gaza encampments because they said the Australian protests hadn't degenerated into violence like the ones in the US had. I think they should look at the definition of violence. I've been told by Jewish Australians working in our universities that their workplace, their universities, do not feel safe. Many have already resigned and others are considering doing so. The Guardian reported on the 10th of May that Nazi salutes were used at a student association meeting at the Australian National University. At the Queensland University, a 23-year-old woman broke into a Jewish academic's office and urinated on the floor. At Sydney University, Jewish staff, students and academics have to walk past protesters chanting "From river to the sea." According to the Age newspaper, the pro-Palestinian encampment at Sydney University has been infiltrated by a group that has been declared a terrorist organisation by the UK, Canada and many Muslim countries. This group, Stand for Palestine, works in coalition with other Palestinian groups who often aren't aware of their extremist connections. Stand for Palestine was set up by His But to Hear. 20 years ago, New South Wales Police Counter-Terrorism had a list of organisations they considered to be terrorist organisations. And guess who was on that list? You betcha, His But to Hear. This group's stated aim is to establish an Islamic caliphate and call on Muslims living in Western countries like this one to, and I quote, come out of their illusion of their cosy relationship with the West and embrace the struggle of Islam versus non-believers, end quote. 20 years ago, our counter-terrorism experts were watching this group. 20 years later, this is not only still operating, but they are infiltrating into these protest groups on our streets and in our universities, spreading their extremist filth and whipping up hatred. In just a few months, this front organisation, Stand for Palestine, has gained thousands of followers and has stepped up its presence in our mosques and are radicalising our youth. Hizb ut-Tahrir has been banned in the UK and Canada and is also banned in most Arab countries. When the British Home Secretary James Cleverly announced that they would be declared a terrorist organisation, he said that group was an, and I quote, antisemitic organisation that actively promotes and encourages terrorism, including praising and celebrating the appalling 7th of October attacks, end quote. Deakin University's extremist expert Josh Roos told The Age that the Hizb ut-Tahrir has seized on the violence in Gaza as, and I quote, their chance to shine. So what the hell is the Australian government doing about this? Not only have we not listed them as declared terrorist organisation, a charity directed by one of their founders has been approved and granted charitable status.
Senator Lambie, the debate is interrupted and you will be in continuation.
I seek leave to continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Lambie.